Okay, hey everybody. I'm on my way home, driving through traffic. Hey YouTube. Bradley here, Drone Dependence. Hello again. As you know, I am driving for a app, driving service. And, most of the time I drive during the day. But last night, I drove at night, and I've driven at night, only a few times, but last night was particularly special. I got up like at midnight, and my goal is to make $150 a day. So I got myself out of bed at midnight. I got up, got on the road like at 12:30, and I had a pickup. And she wasn't too far away. She was actually at like a little club / bar just across the bridge on the intercoastal island. And it's just like a little bar. And I picked her up. I think she was a bartender. She was really, really sweet, really cute. She loved the Hummer. So I picked her up, and I took her home to, she had a place near downtown Fort Lauderdale. Real nice building. And not too shortly thereafter, I dropped her off. I got another pickup for a guy on a very popular street. It's called Las Olas. And so I picked him up, and he had just gotten off work from a restaurant, a very popular restaurant again. But he had a couple stops along the way that he had put into the system, fortunately. So as soon as he gets in, I kind of smell pot. The guy, I guess, got off work and he wanted to smoke a joint. So I smelled pot right away. And then he starts talking about, waiting tables, and he's been, at this restaurant for like 5 years now, and how much he thinks that, being a waiter or waitress is a very important position, and there should be like a special school for waiting tables, and learning all the different techniques and the proper way of doing it. And hey man, I'm all for that. If that's what you want to do it. But he was very proud, or to wait tables, and I can't say I blame him. I mean, customer service is a very hard job. And I've done it before myself. So you meet lots of people. You're a server. You're there to make sure everything goes smoothly. For the customer, the restaurant patron. But anyway, he had to stop along the way. He had to take some money and pay somebody for something. I don't know what it was. Maybe his pot that he was smoking. But anyway, we made the first stop, and then, the second stop was up in Pompano Beach. So I took him home, dropped him off at his second stop at home. And then on my way back to Fort Lauderdale, I get another call from this guy near like Wilton Manors. And he was going on about everything, about how he picked up this girl and how they went to this party where there was other girls and guys, and they were in, swings and whips and chains, and how, he wasn't into that and it scared him. So, he had to leave. And, it was just like, what? I just want to hear this. So anyway, and then he was talking about how he was down here from California, and he had a Mustang that got totaled, but it was parked on the side of the street. And then he had a Lexus that somebody hit it with another car, and it was just drama. So finally, on my way back to Egypt again with this guy, I dropped him off at a motel. He wanted to use my phone to call this girl that was apparently at this motel waiting on him. He didn't know, he had her number, but he didn't know what room she was in. So he's using my phone to text this girl. He had her number. He tried calling her, she didn't answer. So he tried texting her. He said, "Hey, this is so-and-so. I don't have my phone. I'm using somebody's phone. Text me back with the room number." Well, I'm not sitting here and waiting for who knows how long for her to text him back with her motel room number. So in the meantime, luckily for me, I get another hit on my app to go pick up somebody. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Please exit the vehicle. And sayonara, ciao, best of luck to you. I hope you find the room. So anyway, as I pick up these other two chicks who are at this nightclub that is all black, African American club. Not in the best part of town. I wouldn't, care to go back. But, I picked them up from this club. They're out in the parking lot with like 100 other people. And so I picked them up, two girls, and, they get in the back of the Hummer. And I'm taking them down over to the beach. Apparently they're staying over to the beach, and I don't know how they got over to this club because it was way far west. So along the way, I get this text message on my phone. It says room 139. And I'm like, huh? Oh, well, I hope he found it, the other guy before. But anyway, so the magic number is 139, guys or girls. So anyway, I'm taking these two chicks back to the beach, and we're almost to the beach, and I hear this one of them like getting sick, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't do this. And I'm like, is she okay? Because I hear her throwing up. And at this point, I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm like, whatever, I have to deal with it. That's part of the thing. So the girl's like, yeah, she's okay. She's throwing up in her bag, which her bag was her purse. So the girl is throwing up in her purse. Thank God. Thank goodness. I don't want her throwing up in my Hummer. I don't care what about her shit in her purse. As long as it's in her purse, that's fine. So anyway, the poor girl is just throwing up, in her purse. Apparently she had too much drink. So I'm sitting up here, and I'm like, are you okay? You okay? And her friend's like, yeah, she'll be okay. So anyway, she finally stops throwing up, and I finally get to their stop and drop them off. So I check the back of the Hummer to make sure there's no like little chunks or any wetness anywhere, and I think I found a few little droplets, but I quickly clean those up with some wipes I keep for such emergencies. So anyway, I dropped those two off, and then I get a call from, some guy. This popular sushi place on Federal Highway before Commercial Boulevard, and so I go there, I pick him up. He was with some friends. They were driving home separately, and I guess they didn't want to take him home because he lived, again, I guess in Egypt, Pompano, which is way far, it's north of where I'm at. So anyway, I'm on the way home, and this guy's wasted. He's so drunk because it was his birthday. And I'm like, hey man, happy birthday, how old are you? He's like, oh, I'm 35. Just turned 35. I'm so old. I'm like, really? And he was talking about some girl he was hitting on who was younger, and, apparently she called him, called him daddy. And apparently that upset him because he didn't want to be a daddy. But she thought he was a daddy. So, that kind of bothered him, and it depressed him because, he was 35 and so old, and he's like, oh, I can't believe it. And, he's like, how old are you? I said, I'm 50. 35. I'm 50, okay? Just wait. So anyway, he's talking again about this girl. Oh, she called me daddy. I can't believe it. Life is over. I'm not going to date it. I'm not going to get online and try and meet girls anymore. I'm a daddy. And then he's like, I've just turned 35. I'm so old. And then he looks at me and he goes, how old are you? I said, I'm 50. So I said, look, you got your whole life ahead of you, bud. You're only 35. Stop complaining. You're fine. 35 is really young. So anyway, he's, this girl, I met this girl, and she called me a daddy. And I'm like, wow, I've heard this story now like 3 times. He's like, yeah, I'm getting so old. I'm a daddy. And then he goes, how old are you? I'm like, I told you, I'm 50. So anyway, that was fun. So finally I get him to where he wanted to go. He wanted to stop at Miami Subs or Miami Grill and pick up food. I'm like, you're going home, I'm going home, bye. I'm taking you home, no stopping. So I drop him off, and then on the way home, and I thought, I'll try, see if I can get somebody local who's just going down the street, not to Egypt. So anyway, I pick up this guy. He's apparently, maybe he had a trick, I don't know. I think said he was partying with a friend of his. It was his last day at work, and he was moving to San Francisco. So anyway, I picked him up and took him downtown Fort Lauderdale in the mess off Riverwalk, where it's like a bomb is gone off on a weeknight. Everybody's out walking the street and they're drunk. And I'm like, have fun. So I dropped him off and I finally made my way home. But that's what I'm trying. I need to make more money during the day. Because, during the whole day, because $150 a day is my goal. I can do it, but man, let me tell you, nighttime is fun time. I hope I haven't bored anybody too much, but I just wanted to say hey, and I'm going to try to go home and maybe fly a drone or something like that. I miss flying drones. I've been working so much, I haven't had much time for myself. So anyway, you guys have a great afternoon. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, yes. I gotta get up early in the morning. Maybe I'll drive this evening. I'd rather stay home, but it's already like 4:30. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and happy Wednesday, and ciao, and guys, take care. And this is Drone Dependence Bradley here with Tales from the Dark Side. Ciao.